Welcome to Wisdom Life. Have you ever felt stuck in life, repeating the same patterns and wondering why nothing changes? Do you sometimes doubt your abilities or fear making mistakes? What if the key to unlocking your potential lies not in what you know, but in how you think? In this video, we'll explore 10 life-changing quotes from Albert Einstein, one of the greatest minds in history. These aren't just words, they're powerful lessons that can help you break free from limitations, embrace curiosity, and create a life full of meaning and success. What if you could see every challenge as an opportunity? What if your mistakes became stepping stones to greatness? And what if the miracles of life were all around you, waiting to be noticed? Stay with us, because by the end of this video, you'll not only understand Einstein's wisdom, you'll know how to apply it to transform your life. Let's dive in and discover how to think bigger, dream bolder, and live fully. Quote 1. Imagination is more important than knowledge. The true sign of intelligence is not knowledge but imagination. The essence of the quote. Albert Einstein, one of the greatest minds in history, believed that imagination is the foundation of all progress and innovation. While knowledge is important, it helps us understand the world as it is. Imagination allows us to envision what the world could be. Knowledge is limited to what we already know, but imagination is limitless. It is the driving force behind creativity, discovery, and breakthroughs. Einstein emphasized that true intelligence isn't about memorizing facts or formulas. It's about the ability to dream, to think beyond boundaries, and to create something entirely new. The lesson for us. The lesson here is clear: don't just accumulate knowledge, use your imagination to apply it in new and innovative ways. In a world that often prioritizes rote learning and standardized thinking, Einstein reminds us that the real power lies in our ability to think differently. Imagination is what turns ideas into reality, whether it's inventing a new technology, solving a complex problem, or simply creating a better life for ourselves. What this reveals about Einstein. This quote shows that Einstein was not just a scientist but a visionary. He understood that the greatest discoveries don't come from repeating what's already known but from daring to imagine the unknown. His ability to think creatively and see possibilities where others saw limitations is what made him a genius. Einstein's imagination led him to develop the theory of relativity, which revolutionized our understanding of the universe. He wasn't just smart, he was a dreamer who turned his dreams into reality. You, too, have the power of imagination. It's not a gift reserved for geniuses like Einstein, it's a skill you can develop. Start by asking yourself, what if? What if you could solve that problem in a completely new way? What if you could create something that no one has ever thought of before? Don't be afraid to dream big and think outside the box. Remember, every great invention, every groundbreaking idea, started with someone's imagination. Yours could be next. A practical example. Think about the smartphone you use every day. Decades ago, the idea of a device that could connect you to the entire world, fit in your pocket, and perform countless tasks was pure imagination. But because someone dared to imagine it, and then combined that imagination with knowledge and hard work, it became a reality. Your imagination, no matter how small it seems, has the potential to change the world. So, here's our challenge to you. Spend 10 minutes today imagining something new. It could be a solution to a problem you're facing, a creative project you've been putting off, or even a vision for your future. Write it down, sketch it out, or just let your mind wander. Then, take one small step toward making it real. Remember, imagination is the first step to creating a life that's not just ordinary but extraordinary. Quote 2. There are only two ways to live your life. One is as though nothing is a miracle. The other is as though everything is a miracle. The essence of the quote. Albert Einstein invites us to choose how we perceive the world. We can either live as if nothing is extraordinary, seeing life as mundane and routine, or we can live as if everything is a miracle, finding wonder and awe in the simplest things. This quote isn't just about optimism, it's about perspective. Einstein believed that the universe itself is a marvel, and by recognizing the miracles around us, we can live a more fulfilling and inspired life. The lesson for us. The lesson here is profound. your perspective shapes your reality. If you choose to see life as a series of miracles, you'll find joy, gratitude, and meaning in even the smallest moments. On the other hand, if you see life as ordinary, you risk missing out on the beauty and magic that surrounds you every day. Einstein challenges us to adopt a mindset of wonder and appreciation, which can transform how we experience the world. What this reveals about Einstein. This quote reveals Einstein's deep sense of curiosity and appreciation for the universe. He wasn't just a scientist focused on equations and theories. He was a philosopher who marveled at the mysteries of existence. His ability to see the extraordinary in the ordinary is what made him not only a brilliant thinker but also a deeply spiritual and inspired individual. Einstein's perspective reminds us that true wisdom lies in recognizing the miracles that are often taken for granted. You have the power to choose how you see the world. Start by practicing gratitude. Take a moment each day to notice the miracles around you, the sunrise, the laughter of a loved one, the way nature thrives against all odds. When you shift your perspective, you'll find that life becomes richer and more meaningful. Remember, miracles aren't just grand events, they're in the details, waiting for you to notice them. A practical example. Think about the human body. Every breath you take, every beat of your heart, is a miracle of biology and physics. The fact that your body functions so seamlessly, without you even thinking about it, is a testament to the incredible design of life. When you pause to appreciate these small miracles, you'll realize how extraordinary your existence truly is. So, here's our challenge to you. Today, choose to see everything as a miracle. Start with one thing, maybe the way sunlight filters through the trees or the sound of rain on your window. Write it down, reflect on it, and let it fill you with gratitude. Then, carry that sense of wonder into everything you do. When you live as though everything is a miracle, you'll find that life becomes a beautiful, awe-inspiring journey. Quote 3. He who can no longer pause to wonder and stand wrapped in awe is as good as dead. His eyes are closed. The essence of the quote. Einstein is telling us that the ability to wonder and feel awe is what makes us truly alive. When we lose our sense of curiosity and stop marveling at the world around us, we become disconnected from the beauty and mystery of life. To Einstein, wonder wasn't just a feeling, it was a way of engaging with the world. It's what drives discovery, creativity, and a deeper understanding of ourselves and the universe. The lesson for us. The lesson here is powerful. Never lose your sense of wonder. Life is full of mysteries, and the moment we stop being curious, we stop growing. Wonder keeps us open to new experiences, new ideas, and new possibilities. It's the spark that ignites innovation and the joy that makes life worth living. Einstein reminds us that staying curious and awe-inspired is essential to living a vibrant and fulfilling life. What this reveals about Einstein. This quote shows that Einstein was a lifelong learner and a deeply curious individual. His ability to remain in awe of the universe, even after making groundbreaking discoveries, is what kept him motivated and inspired. He didn't just see science as a job, he saw it as a way to explore the wonders of existence. Einstein's childlike curiosity and openness to the unknown are qualities that made him not only a brilliant scientist but also a passionate and joyful human being. You have the capacity to wonder, just like Einstein did. Start by reconnecting with your inner child, the part of you that's fascinated by the world. Ask questions, explore new hobbies, or simply take a moment to observe the beauty around you. When you allow yourself to be curious, you'll find that life becomes more exciting and full of possibilities. Remember, wonder isn't just for scientists or artists, it's for anyone who wants to live a life of meaning and joy. A practical example. Think about the night sky. When was the last time you looked up at the stars and felt a sense of awe? The vastness of the universe, the countless stars, and the mysteries of space are all reminders of how much there is to explore and discover. By taking a moment to marvel at something as simple as the night sky, you can reignite your sense of wonder and curiosity. So, here's our challenge to you. This week, take 10 minutes to pause and wonder. Go outside and look at the stars, watch a documentary about nature, or simply sit quietly and observe the world around you. Let yourself feel awe and curiosity. Write down one thing that amazed you, and let that feeling inspire you to keep exploring, learning, and growing. Remember, wonder is the key to staying alive in the truest sense. Quote 4. Great spirits have always encountered violent opposition from mediocre minds. The essence of the quote. Einstein is highlighting a universal truth. Those who think differently, dream big, and challenge the status quo often face resistance from those who prefer to stay within their comfort zones. Great minds, innovators, visionaries, and change-makers are frequently met with criticism, doubt, and even hostility from people who lack the courage or imagination to see beyond the ordinary. This quote is a reminder that opposition is often a sign that you're on the right path. The lesson for us. The lesson here is clear: don't let opposition stop you from pursuing your dreams. If you're facing criticism or resistance, it might mean you're doing something important and groundbreaking. Mediocrity thrives on conformity, but greatness requires courage, resilience, and the willingness to stand alone if necessary. Einstein encourages us to see opposition not as a roadblock but as a sign that we're challenging the norm and pushing boundaries. What this reveals about Einstein. This quote reveals Einstein's strength of character and his unwavering commitment to his ideas. Throughout his life, he faced skepticism and resistance, especially when his theories challenged established scientific beliefs. Yet, he remained steadfast in his pursuit of truth and innovation. Einstein's ability to rise above opposition and stay true to his vision is a testament to his greatness, not just as a scientist but as a person who refused to be limited by the opinions of others. If you're facing opposition or criticism, remember that it's often a sign that you're on the right track. Don't let the fear of judgment or rejection hold you back. Surround yourself with people who support and inspire you, but also be prepared to stand firm in your beliefs. Greatness isn't about pleasing everyone, it's about staying true to your vision and making a meaningful impact. A practical example. Think about the story of Rosa Parks, who refused to give up her seat on a bus during the era of racial segregation. Her act of defiance was met with fierce opposition, but it also sparked a movement that changed history. Like Rosa Parks, you have the power to stand up for what you believe in, even when it's difficult. Opposition is often the price of progress. So, here's our challenge to you. The next time you face opposition, don't back down. Take a moment to reflect on why your idea or dream matters to you. Write down your reasons and use them as fuel to keep going. Remember, the greatest achievements in history were born from the courage to face resistance head-on. Be a great spirit, and don't let mediocre minds dim your light. Quote 5. We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. The essence of the quote. Einstein is pointing out a fundamental truth about problem solving. If your current way of thinking led to a problem, it's unlikely that the same mindset will help you solve it. To overcome challenges, you need to shift your perspective, think creatively, and approach the issue from a new angle. This quote is a call to break free from old patterns and embrace innovative thinking. The lesson for us. The lesson here is powerful. To solve problems, you must change your thinking. Whether it's a personal challenge, a professional obstacle, or a global issue, the solution often lies in stepping outside your comfort zone and exploring new ideas. Einstein reminds us that growth and progress require us to let go of outdated mindsets and embrace fresh, creative approaches. What this reveals about Einstein. This quote reveals Einstein's genius as a problem solver. He wasn't just a theoretical physicist. He was a visionary who understood the importance of adaptability and innovation. His ability to think differently, to question assumptions and explore unconventional ideas, is what led to his groundbreaking discoveries. Einstein's approach to problem-solving teaches us that true intelligence lies in the willingness to evolve and adapt. You have the power to change your thinking and, in turn, change your life. Start by identifying a problem you're facing and ask yourself, how can I approach this differently? Seek out new perspectives, learn from others, and be open to ideas that challenge your current way of thinking. Remember, the solution to your problem might be just one creative thought away. A practical example. Think about the transition from fossil fuels to renewable energy. For decades, the world relied on the same methods of energy production, which led to environmental problems. It wasn't until people started thinking differently, exploring solar, wind, and other renewable sources, that real progress began. This shift in thinking is now transforming the way we power our world. So, here's our challenge to you. Identify one problem in your life and brainstorm 3 new ways to approach it. Write them down, even if they seem unconventional or risky. Then, take one small step toward trying one of those ideas. Remember, the way out of a problem isn't always the way you came in. Be bold, think differently, and watch as new solutions unfold. Quote 6. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. The essence of the quote. Einstein's definition of insanity is both humorous and profound. He's pointing out the futility of repeating the same actions while hoping for a different outcome. This quote is a wake-up call to break free from unproductive habits, routines, or mindsets that keep us stuck. It's a reminder that change requires action, not just repetition. The lesson for us. The lesson here is clear. If you want different results, you must do things differently. Whether it's in your personal life, career, or relationships, repeating the same behaviors will only lead to the same outcomes. Einstein challenges us to evaluate our actions, identify what's not working, and have the courage to try something new. Growth and success come from adaptability and a willingness to step into the unknown. What this reveals about Einstein. This quote reveals Einstein's practical wisdom and his ability to simplify complex ideas. He wasn't just a theoretical thinker. He understood the importance of action and change. His ability to recognize patterns and break free from them is what made him such an effective problem solver. Einstein's insight reminds us that true progress requires self-awareness and the willingness to take risks. If you've been stuck in a cycle of frustration or disappointment, it's time to break free. Start by identifying one area of your life where you're repeating the same actions but not seeing the results you want. Then ask yourself, what can I do differently? It might mean changing your approach, seeking help, or stepping outside your comfort zone. Remember, the definition of insanity is repeating the same thing and expecting change, so dare to do something new. A practical example. Think about someone trying to lose weight by following the same diet plan that hasn't worked for them in the past. Instead of sticking to the same routine, they might try a new approach, like incorporating exercise, changing their eating habits, or seeking guidance from a nutritionist. By doing something different, they increase their chances of achieving their goal. So, here's our challenge to you. Identify one habit or routine that's not serving you and replace it with a new action. It could be as simple as waking up 30 minutes earlier, trying a new way to organize your work, or reaching out to someone for advice. Take that first step toward change today. Remember, insanity is repeating the same thing, so choose growth, choose action, and choose a better result. Quote 7. A person who never made a mistake never tried anything new. The essence of the quote. Einstein is reminding us that mistakes are not just inevitable, they're essential. If you're not making mistakes, it means you're staying within your comfort zone and avoiding growth. Mistakes are a natural part of trying new things, taking risks, and pushing boundaries. They're not failures, they're stepping stones to success. The lesson for us. The lesson here is empowering. Don't fear mistakes, embrace them. Every mistake is an opportunity to learn, grow, and improve. If you want to achieve something great, you have to be willing to take risks and accept that you might stumble along the way. Einstein encourages us to see mistakes as proof that we're trying, learning, and moving forward. What this reveals about Einstein. This quote reveals Einstein's humility and his growth mindset. Despite being one of the greatest minds in history, he understood that mistakes were part of the journey. His willingness to experiment, fail, and learn from his errors is what allowed him to make groundbreaking discoveries. Einstein's perspective teaches us that true genius isn't about being perfect. It's about being curious, persistent, and unafraid of failure. If you've been holding back because you're afraid of making mistakes, it's time to let go of that fear. Start by reframing how you see mistakes. They're not setbacks, they're lessons. The next time you try something new and it doesn't go as planned, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Remember, every mistake brings you one step closer to success. A practical example. Think about Thomas Edison, who famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." His relentless experimentation and willingness to make mistakes ultimately led to the invention of the light bulb. Like Edison, you can turn your mistakes into stepping stones toward achieving your goals. So, here's our challenge to you. This week, try something new, even if you're afraid of making mistakes. It could be learning a new skill, starting a project, or taking on a challenge at work. If you stumble, don't give up. Reflect on what went wrong, adjust your approach, and keep going. Remember, mistakes are proof that you're trying, and trying is the first step to succeeding. Quote 8. Learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow. The important thing is not to stop questioning. The essence of the quote. Einstein is giving us a blueprint for a meaningful and fulfilling life. He encourages us to reflect on the past, be fully present in the moment, and remain hopeful for the future. But above all, he emphasizes the importance of curiosity. Questioning is the key to growth, discovery, and understanding. It's what keeps us moving forward and prevents us from becoming stagnant. The lesson for us. The lesson here is timeless. Balance reflection, presence, and hope, but never stop questioning. Learn from your past experiences, both the successes and the failures. Live fully in the present, appreciating the here and now. And keep hope alive for the future, knowing that it holds endless possibilities. But through it all, stay curious. Ask questions, seek answers, and never settle for surface-level understanding. What this reveals about Einstein. This quote reveals Einstein's holistic approach to life. He wasn't just a scientist. He was a philosopher who understood the importance of balance and curiosity. His relentless questioning is what led to his groundbreaking discoveries. But it also made him a deeply reflective and present individual. Einstein's wisdom reminds us that life is a journey of learning, living, and hoping, all fueled by an unquenchable curiosity. You have the power to live a life of balance and curiosity. Start by reflecting on your past. What lessons have you learned? Then, focus on being present in your daily life, savoring each moment. Finally, keep hope alive for the future, knowing that it's full of potential. And through it all, never stop questioning. Curiosity is the spark that keeps life exciting and meaningful. A practical example. Think about a scientist in a lab, tirelessly experimenting and asking questions to uncover new truths. Or consider a child exploring the world, constantly asking, why? Both are driven by curiosity, and both are on a path of discovery. You don't have to be a scientist or a child to live this way. Curiosity is a mindset you can adopt at any stage of life. So, here's our challenge to you. Today, ask one question that sparks your curiosity. It could be about something you've always wondered, a problem you're trying to solve, or even a deeper understanding of yourself. Write it down, explore it, and see where it leads. Remember, the journey of learning, living, and hoping begins with a single question. Don't stop questioning. It's the key to a life well lived. Quote 9. Curiosity has its own reason for existing. The essence of the quote. Einstein is celebrating curiosity as a fundamental and essential part of being human. Curiosity isn't just a tool for learning or discovery. It's a driving force that gives life meaning and purpose. It's what pushes us to explore, to ask questions, and to seek understanding. According to Einstein, curiosity doesn't need an external reason or reward. It's valuable simply because it exists. The lesson for us. The lesson here is profound. Embrace curiosity for its own sake. You don't need a specific goal or outcome to justify being curious. The act of wondering, exploring, and questioning is inherently valuable. Curiosity enriches your life, expands your mind, and connects you to the world in deeper ways. Einstein reminds us that curiosity is not just a means to an end. It's a gift that makes life more vibrant and fulfilling. What this reveals about Einstein. This quote reveals Einstein's deep appreciation for the human spirit. He saw curiosity as a natural and beautiful part of who we are. His own life was a testament to this belief. He was endlessly curious, always asking questions and seeking answers, not just for the sake of science but because he genuinely loved learning. Einstein's perspective teaches us that curiosity is not just a trait of great minds, it's a trait of all minds that dare to wonder. You have the power to cultivate curiosity in your own life. Start by allowing yourself to wonder about the world around you. Ask questions, even if they seem silly or unimportant. Explore topics that interest you, even if they don't have a clear practical application. Remember, curiosity doesn't need a reason, it's its own reward. The more you nurture your curiosity, the more alive and connected you'll feel. A practical example. Think about a hobby like gardening. At first, you might start gardening to grow your own food or beautify your space. But as you dig deeper, you might find yourself curious about the science of plants, the ecosystems in your backyard, or the history of agriculture. That curiosity transforms a simple hobby into a source of endless fascination and joy. So, here's our challenge to you. This week, follow your curiosity without worrying about the outcome. Pick a topic, activity, or question that intrigues you and dive into it. Read about it, talk to someone about it, or experiment with it. Let your curiosity guide you, and see where it takes you. Remember, curiosity doesn't need a reason, it's a gift that makes life richer and more meaningful. Quote 10. I have no special talents. I am only passionately curious. The essence of the quote. Einstein, one of the greatest minds in history, humbly attributes his success not to innate talent but to his boundless curiosity. He believed that curiosity, more than intelligence or skill, was the driving force behind his achievements. This quote is a powerful reminder that greatness isn't about being born with extraordinary abilities. It's about nurturing a deep, relentless desire to learn and explore. The lesson for us. The lesson here is empowering. Curiosity is the key to unlocking your potential. You don't need to be a genius or have special talents to achieve great things. What you need is a passion for learning, a willingness to ask questions, and the courage to explore the unknown. Einstein's words remind us that curiosity is a superpower available to everyone. It's what turns ordinary people into extraordinary thinkers, creators, and problem solvers. What this reveals about Einstein. This quote reveals Einstein's humility and his belief in the power of curiosity. Despite his monumental contributions to science, he saw himself not as a genius but as someone who simply loved to learn. His curiosity was the fuel that drove his groundbreaking discoveries. Einstein's perspective teaches us that true greatness comes not from what we're born with but from how we choose to engage with the world. You don't need to be a genius to make a difference, you just need to be curious. Start by asking questions about the world around you. Explore topics that fascinate you, even if they seem unrelated to your goals. Let your curiosity guide you, and don't be afraid to dive into the unknown. Remember, curiosity is the spark that ignites innovation, creativity, and growth. It's what turns ordinary moments into extraordinary opportunities. A practical example. Think about someone like Marie Curie, whose curiosity about radioactivity led to groundbreaking discoveries in science. She didn't start out as a world-renowned scientist. She started as a curious student who asked questions and pursued answers with passion. Her curiosity changed the world, and yours can too. So, here's our challenge to you. This week, embrace your curiosity like Einstein did. Pick one thing you've always wondered about and explore it. Read a book, watch a documentary, or have a conversation with someone who knows more than you. Let your curiosity lead the way, and see where it takes you. Remember, you don't need special talents. You just need to be passionately curious. That's where greatness begins. So far, we've explored 10 life-changing quotes from Albert Einstein. 1. The power of imagination over knowledge. 2. Seeing life as a series of miracles. 3. The importance of wonder and awe. 4. Overcoming opposition from mediocre minds. 5. Solving problems with new thinking. 6. Breaking free from repetitive patterns. 7. Embracing mistakes as part of growth. 8. Learning from the past, living in the present, and hoping for the future. 9. celebrating curiosity for its own sake. 10. Recognizing that curiosity, not talent, is the key to greatness. These quotes aren't just words, they're a roadmap to a better, more fulfilling life. Einstein's wisdom teaches us to think differently, dream bigger, and live with purpose. But remember, knowledge alone isn't enough. It's what you do with it that matters. Start today. Take one small step toward applying these lessons. Whether it's embracing your curiosity, seeing the miracles around you, or daring to think differently, every action you take brings you closer to the life you deserve. Change isn't always easy, and growth takes time. But with persistence, courage, and the right mindset, you can achieve extraordinary things. Let Einstein's words inspire you to keep going, even when the journey gets tough. You have the power to transform your life. One thought, one action, one day at a time. Thank you for watching and supporting Wisdom Life. If this video inspired you, please give it a like, share it with someone who needs a boost, and subscribe to our channel for more content that empowers and uplifts. Together, let's create a community of lifelong learners and dreamers. Until next time, stay curious, stay inspired, and keep striving for greatness. See you in the next video.